more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayum is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayum, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayum can help.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We are live. It is Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Big O Radio Show YouTube channel. I am Sean Stanley. How we doing, Frankie Frezko?
Let me talk to you. What's up, guys? Welcome.
Yeah.
welcome. Man, the chat is already packed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another show, another Tuesday to be blessed to be here with you, Sean.
100% every day. And wrestling has been pretty good here lately, especially last Friday night. We know what happened, right? You know what happened Friday night in Denver, Colorado?
Wait, I thought we were going to talk about AEW first.
Oh, that's right. We're going to talk to losers first. That's right. Karen's in.
Hey, Karen.
How you doing, Karen? No, we are going to jump by AEW first. So, we will talk all the McAfee and Rock stuff on the flip side here, but we were going to start AEW. That's why Mr. AEW himself has got the badge right there on his microphone, the nice shiny AEW.
I brought back the mic, sir. I brought it back.
Oh, we brought it back. Real quick, jumping in, since it is jumping already, no doubt, John Padilla, my dad, Karen Joseph, EWD Junior NorCal Doll fan. We appreciate you all, and let everybody know the show's on Twitter as well. Retweet it out. Get some people in here. Let's talk some wrestling. All right, Mr. AW, go ahead.
I am also live on my Instagram. I try to go on TikTok or X, but unfortunately, I got to work some tweaks on it. So if you guys are live or listening to me on Instagram, FYI, try to jump into the YouTube side. That way you guys can hear us as well. because you're only gonna be able to hear me. You won't be able to hear Sean, unfortunately. But yes, come on board to the YouTube, the dark side. Let's talk a little bit about AEW. We're not gonna start. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay off a little bit on the Jake Cargo, kind of for the last part of the portion
tie
of
it
it,
up a little bit
because we could tie it up with the WWE. But let's talk a little bit about what is trending recently, and that is that Max has been launching, or Max launched its live sports tier. It's big because obviously a lot of people are asking, is AEW included on there? And unfortunately, they are not. They are not included. People are spreading rumors saying yes, no, but as of right now, AEW is not on Max. What do you think about that, Sean?
Man, I think it's a missed opportunity for them, just because then at least they're leveled out with Peacock and WWE, because again, it's real different when you're doing a premium live event for $4.99 or $9.99 if you got the big package, or even some people get it for free, than when you're trying to sell pay-per-views for $49.99. Now I get it, there's more money involved in that and everything else, but also if you went to Max, I'm not saying you need to do one every month like what WWE does, but you could add some and then not have to worry about trying to get people to pay $49.99 back-to-back weekends. Things like that. So I think those things are missed opportunities. But at the same time, people are paying the $49.99. So why not get it? I mean, I get it. Their buy rates are only I think their biggest ones was this last time was 190,000, but still 190,000 people at $50 a piece. It's a good little chunk of change.
It is.
So it's going to be interesting. I think it could have maybe gotten some of the casuals that I don't have Max myself. So I may have looked into Max to possibly, depending on what sports they get, maybe I will anyways. But if it got AEW, I definitely probably would have looked into it. So we'll have to see how it goes out. Again, this is the initial rollout. We'll see what happens down the line and if they think it's going to be a good idea.
I think the other thing we got to look at is that this is going to be another option for AEW fans to be able to watch AEW content. I do know as of right now, AEW content, the only thing that they have was the talk show, the after series that they did maybe last year or a couple months ago. That's the only thing they have. I know Tony Khan has been trying to get at least like AEW content, like previous wrestling events and stuff like that, into the Max platform. And I think that would actually be pretty cool, because a lot of people do tune in and do actually want to watch some of the old matches and pay-per-views. That would be pretty cool. If you never saw them, you could actually tune back in and see like, hey, okay, cool. And same thing goes with Ring of Honor. I think that's a good option for Ring of Honor as well. Like,
the Ring of Honor already plays there on the app, on the Ring of Honor app.
Yeah,
those shows there, and they're already profiled there. But AEW does not have that app. Only thing they do is they do the YouTube thing, which I think they put clips up, but no like shows. I don't think any of their full shows are on the YouTube anymore, besides the Dark and Elevation.
I think they do kind of like some small recaps here and there, but
yeah, they do the Control Center with Tony Schiavone.
Yeah,
that's an old WCW thing.
The other thing we wanted to talk about is the potential.
Real quick, we had some more people jump in. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Check and P, what's up? Official DJ Mimo is in the house, and looks like Terry jumped in. So,
what's up, Terry?
Appreciate you guys. All right, check two.
Are you doing that because AEW messed up this past Saturday with that?
Did you see that? Go.
I mean, that's one thing. I didn't have that on our notes, but yes, AEW, of course, messing up left and right. It's just,
though, sometimes I wonder if they leave that in there just so like, hey,
I think the second time.
Let's do it. Screw it. Dude, have some fun with it, man. You think everybody's one take? You think all that stuff takes? And what's to say that wasn't the second take? And they're like, hey, let's have fun with this. Take 22. All right, go. And then you guys do your thing. It's just, again, half of what you see, nothing of what you hear. You know what I'm saying? That's what you believe in pro wrestling.
I think they did that with the second take. Because obviously the first take was the Keith Lee one. I think that wasn't planned or was supposed to happen that way. But then the second one, I honestly feel they went ahead and said, screw it. We already messed it up once. Might as well have fun with it and let's do it again. When Ricky Stark and Big Bill came on Saturday on Collision. The other thing we wanted to talk about is of Dolph Ziggler's potential move to AEW. Now, rumors are that he is going to make that move to AEW. Remember, guys, I have been the one vouching for Edge to make his way over to the AEW side. But now it looks like Dolph Ziggler is kind of like a for sure thing. He posted a photo of him holding some AEW belts. I think was his brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Nick Nemeth, his brother.
Yeah, and then so now
Ryan Nemeth is his brother. Nick Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler. Sorry.
So the potential of Dolph Ziggler making the move over from WWE now to AEW. What do you think about that? Do you like it? Do you not like it for Dolph and for AEW?
Dolph, a good move for Dolph. Okay move for AEW. I mean, it's not going to change it's not going to be one of those, big, Dolph's there, everybody tune in. That's not going to happen. But I think you can do some good stuff with them. I think there's going to be some good matches. And I think it's good for Dolph because Dolph is good, man. Dolph can be, you've seen it. You saw what happened after that WrestleMania. He became the champion. He had Alberto Del Rio. He had Big E. He had AJ Lee with him. And you saw, what he is, again, my whole thing is WWE doesn't let go of people that are making them money.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're going to get. And I think it's good for AEW if they use it right, man. Don't try to bring him in and make him Dolph Ziggler is what I'm saying. Do something different. Make it Nick Nemeth or whatever they're going to have to come up with because Dolph Ziggler, of course, is going to be owned by WWE. But you can have a little bit of that character, but put an edge or something more on it. So, and I don't mean the wrestler edge, but put something more on it so it's not like, hey, we're bringing in Dolph Ziggler. I think that's what's happened with Miro. That's what's happened with Keith Lee. And I get, both of those guys are kind of who they are. But it's like, okay, why bring in the same guy that didn't work, over in WWE, and now you bring him here, and it's like, okay, what now? I think that's where they're kind of getting stuck at.
I think for me, it's a bad move for AEW. I think it's a bad move for Dolph Ziggler. And I'll tell you why. So, number one, like you just mentioned, they have some of these guys that have made that transition from WWE over to AEW. And one of the ones that really hasn't worked out, or they kind of like, they start pushing him and then they kind of like forget about him. This guy, Johnny Nitro, or Mrs.
Johnny Dynamite.
Johnny Dynamite.
Collision or Johnny Rampage.
Johnny something.
Well, that's the whole gimmick that he does now because every federation he goes to, he's Johnny Impact. He was Johnny, whatever he was in Lucha Libre. I forgot what he was there. Johnny Lucha, I think. So that's kind of become his gimmick to where it's Johnny and then whatever federation or TV show he's on.
Yeah, but again, you want to see that push. What's up, Josh? And what's up?
Okay, Derek, what's up,
Derek? There is no particular push for this wrestler, and I think that's what's gonna happen with Dolph. Or Nick. What's gonna happen is he's gonna come. He's gonna have probably a little sunshine moment, probably on one or two, a couple episodes, and then you're gonna see him kind of drawn out. I don't think it's a good move for AEW. I don't think it's a good move for him. I honestly feel.
I think it's a good move for him because it'll be a change of scenery. It'll be he gets to work. It's about what they do with them. I mean, that's the problem that I would have. Even like when you talk about Edge coming over, like that's my problem with Edge going to AEW. What are they going to do with him?
See, now Edge is different because Edge is well known.
They still have to be creative for him. They still have to, and it's like I don't trust that part of AEW with guys coming from WWE. That's all I'll say.
I only trust WWE wrestlers coming to the AEW side when their name is already big. Like, obviously, you have Edge. If Edge makes his way over, he's already a very well-known superstar, so he's going to be successful. Bryan Danielson, when he made his move over to AEW, he's been successful.
He has his hand on his own creative. See, that's where, again, when I said last week when you asked me about Edge going there, Edge needs to make sure in his contract that, you know, and again, I know they have more creative control in AEW, but if I'm Edge, I want complete control of me, of my character, of my stuff. And that, again, this is if he's going there, because I honestly,
You should.
I don't know. I don't believe he is. I don't believe he is. Because to me, if you're already making that move's already made. That move's being made. And I don't, again, I know everybody likes the surprises and this and that. I don't know, man.
For me, I think it makes sense for him to make his way over to the AEW side for two reasons. Number one, I think Collision needs him. I think Collision is.
That's not a reason for Edge to go over there. That's AEW needs him.
Well, yes, okay. So AEW needs him.
AEW needs him. Edge doesn't need AEW.
Well, that's true. That's true. AEW does need him, but Edge doesn't need AEW. But I will say this: it does give him the opportunity to be creative and be something, whatever he wants. I have no doubt AEW, Tony Khan will give Edge whatever he wants as far as like his creativity with his character to do whatever he wants to do. And I think that's why it will be different than WWE. And I think that's why a lot of people will tune in. And a lot of people will go ahead and go actually see him for that reason. They want to make sure that you see a different Edge. We've always seen Edge in the WWE. We've never seen Edge outside of WWE, you know? So, well, at least a lot of us haven't before he was doing his indie shows and all that stuff.
Again, the part that worries me is the whole part of once you get to AEW, what do they do with you? That so far has been the hurdle for everybody, other than Moxley, who was there before it all started. The ones that were, you know, originally a part of the original AEW all kind of had plans for them. Everybody else that's come over afterwards, not really much other than what? Christian?
Yeah.
And that's because he's doing his thing. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess Bryan Danielson, if you want to throw him in there, but I mean, that's just because he does control his own creative.
Yep. The other thing we wanted to talk about was tomorrow's big card. We got AEW Grand Slam, and it's a good card, but why is it not a pay-per-view? Why is it MJF versus Samoa Joe
this is what they do, and
on Wednesday? I mean, Saraya against Tony Storm, they've been doing a good job building that up. Wednesday Dynamite. Jericho versus Sammy, they've been building that story. Hey, let's leave it for Wednesday Dynamite. Even Claudio versus Eddie is not a bad fight. It's actually, they've been building up a great storyline with them for a very long time. And again, we're getting it all on Wednesday. The only one that I did mark on there, Moxley versus Rey Fenix, that one's okay. That would be something I would put on a regular AEW Dynamite. But really? You're really going to put MJF versus Samoa Joe on a Wednesday? I know it's Grand Slam. I know they're having difficulty trying to sell tickets too. Right now, AEW is not doing so well. They're not in a very good predicament. It seems like they went sky high with All In, and then all of a sudden...
Well, you have to remember too, it was the international audience. I mean, that it's different when you go over there. You're still, I mean, I know there were some people that flew there to London, don't get me wrong, I don't get all that. But that's the international audience. That's always going to be a good buy. Their problem is, again, it's about getting guys and gals invested in their characters. And I don't think they do a great job at it, man.
No, man, they don't.
They don't do a good job. Like, yeah, I want to watch MJF. The Jericho Sammy thing, just because I like wrestling, I like what they're kind of doing with that whole thing, with the story of the two of them. And then when it's all done, we're going to kick each other's ass, and then we're going to get back together, and then we're going to win the tag team titles. You know, at least there's something there to grab. And then if anybody that's watched it all this time knows Sammy and Jericho's history, so it means something. But again, like you said, it's on a Wednesday. It's on a Wednesday, man. It's like, and then Eddie and Claudio, again, it's like that should be on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, man. If you're going to do it that way, it's like, and then if you don't,
and it's for the belts
both
too.
Titles.
Yeah,
this title.
Get out of here on a Wednesday Dynamite. Damn, those decisions.
I feel like sometimes they just grasp for like the desperation sometimes. And again, I listened to I sent you the video today Chris Jericho was on with David LaGreca and Bully Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the CM Punk incident and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really go into a great story. But what kind of got me at the end was he was like, AE Dynamite, the number one TV show on Wednesday night. AEW Dynamite, the number one show on Wednesday night. It's almost like they're trying to win Wednesday night because, again, Warner Brothers said they're not worried about numbers. They want to be the number one show on Wednesday night. And they are. They are doing that. But at what cost? Because, again, you got to put this on the card to win. Why am I paying $49.99 for all these things? That's why you have to do Forbidden Door and get guys on there that people don't see. You have to do all this other stuff. And to me, it's desperation in a way at times.
Just a big shout out to my brother. Yes, this is the kangaroo kick shirt. It's so badass. No doubt. No, it is not the ears of a donkey. I know the camera is.
Oh, it's not Tony Khan, the jackass.
Look, it's not bad. It finally came in.
Shirt.
It's a good shirt. I'm not gonna lie. And they actually had a real good deal. They had, if you wanted to buy a second shirt, they were giving you like a open box. So you basically pay $10 for it and they give you whatever shirt you want. And they got me an Adam Cole shirt, which was pretty cool. So, but going back,
merchandise too.
Well, I will tell you this for all my CM Punk fans out there. I know I don't have that many, or maybe I have all of you. I don't know. But my CM Punk micro brawler finally came in when CM Punk quit. Well, not quit, but I guess he got fired. I actually reached out to AEW, said, hey, is my order still coming in? Because it is the Chicago edition one. And they were like, yes, you're still going to get it. And it finally came in. So let me show you guys. I thought it was going to be a lot better, but it's okay. So there it is. The little micro.
Almost looks like Adam Cole, baby.
It does look a little bit like Adam Cole, but it is the CM
Bucks.
It says the CM Punk Chicago edition. So hopefully I could one of these days run into CM Punk and get him to sign. CM Punk, if you watch the show, man, come and sign my micro brawler here. It's pretty cool.
CM Dump watches this show.
So he does. Last time, I'm glad he hasn't shown up. But please, chat, if he shows up, make sure you point it out to me. That way I could go and insult that guy and don't like his name.
Maybe he'll sign it for you.
All jokes aside. But yes, no doubt. Let's go ahead and Josh, I'm sorry, it was Josh who mentioned it. Let's talk a little bit about the big news on the AEW side. And I waited till the last portion of it because it kind of connects with the WWE. And it is the fact that last week, you and me, Sean, were talking about Jade Cargill, her return. We were saying that the women's division is stepping up. It's looking really, really amazing on the AEW side. And boom, we get
I didn't realize why she was showing up.
I get a notification at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And it says Jade Cargill is leaving AEW and going to WWE. Now, I will have
to do the honors. Kudos to her, by the way.
All right, so
kudos to her.
Now let's go on this side. I asked you about the Dolph side. I said, is it a good decision for Dolph to leave and come to AEW? And is it a good decision for AEW to bring him? So now let's go the other way around. Is it a good decision for Jade Cargill to go ahead and leave AEW? And was it a good decision for AEW to go ahead and allow her to leave and go to WWE?
Great decision by Jade Cargill. Dumbass decision by AEW. And again, I don't know what the numbers were. I think with that machine behind Jade Cargill, she could, again, Jake, she could be up there with Rhea and things like that. I'm not saying like as soon as she comes in, don't get me wrong. I think she's still got a little bit of green in her. I know I've heard rumors she's going to go right to the main roster.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there. But again, I believe, if you put her in there with Natalya and some of the other, the other workers that are in WWE, they can make her look like $1 million. And she already, appearance-wise, looks like money. And now you've got that machine behind her. I think she made a smart business decision to go to WWE because there's more to it than just wrestling. And that's the part I think that she understands, and that's why she made the move.
My take is I think she did a phenomenal job making that call to leave AEW. I think it was the right decision for her. The opportunity is there at WWE. They're already going ahead and adding her to the main roster. They're not even bringing her to NXT. And it's going to bring a lot of AEW fans over to the WWE side and take a look at WWE to see how she does.
Wait a minute, wait. You're telling me WWE's having to take some of the AEW fans?
Well, we're gonna talk.
Tell me it's...
We're gonna talk a little bit about this because I was having this conversation with my brother and I wanted to ask you. So first, on the Jay Cargill side, great decision. I hope she is very successful in the WWE side. I really like Jay Cargill. I got to see Jay Cargill live against Taya Valkyrie, and it was fun. It was amazing. As far as the AEW side, I agree 100%. It's the worst decision, one of the worst, the second worst decision they could have done besides letting go of CM Punk. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think AEW is trending in the wrong direction. First, you let go of one of your biggest superstars, and then number two, you let go or you allow one of your up and coming superstars in the women's division to move up and go.
Didn't choke anybody out, so.
But I'm gonna. You left.
It wasn't a work hazard, you know. You didn't have to go to work and worry about getting.
They left all the AEW fans with, this nostalgia of like, hey, we never got to see you fight or wrestle.
See, now you know how New York Jets fans feel.
Britt Baker, we didn't see any of that. Like, that's kind of disappointing, and it doesn't make any sense for AEW to allow one of your up and coming stars, one that you were pushing. I mean,
they don't have. It's not like you're like, oh, they allowed her to go. I think what happened is one of two things happened. They gave her money that the AEW couldn't give her, or she has a team around her that said, hey, look, AEW's more than just wrestling. Look how many people they've got doing movies. Look how many people, again, when you look at that part of it, it's like, okay, let me take my brand, Jade Cargill brand, and go to, because again, she's made her name in AEW, and AEW helped her out. I think AEW hindered her a little bit by they gave her good talent to work with, but by not putting her in there with, Britt Baker and some of those, I think they, again, I don't know. At the beginning, I was like, okay, this is good. It's like Goldberg. You feed them the people that can work, William Regal, Umora, all those people that can work, build up his credibility and everything, and then go from there. But Goldberg elevated to the level of talent too as he went up. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like boom, and then finally she got to Chris Statlander, and that's the one that beat her.
But that's the thing I'm kind of like.
That's who was supposed to beat her. But it's like, wait, so she finally gets to that level of competition, and she can't win.
That's where they made the mistake. And I feel like they still had they left a lot on the plate because, man, you would have thought she would have came back. And then now let's see her go up against the upper tier talent in AEW on the women's division. But you're not even seeing that. You're seeing her leave. And I just feel like AEW keeps dropping the ball. Now, this is where I was going with my question to you. And I was having this conversation with my brother.
Oh boy, you and Nick was having conversations. This must have been a lot of smoke in that room.
So there's two different takes. I had one take and he had a different take. So I want to ask you, what's your take on this? So, number one, is this good for AEW? Does it look like AEW is gaining some ground on WWE? And I'll give you both sides. I'll tell you what my brother said that kind of now brings me to ask you this. Number one, he was saying, hey, look, you're looking at AEW and you're looking at WWE, and now WWE is going after AEW talent. So this is basically saying that AEW now, hey, they might not be next up on the lineup to bat, but they're in the stadium, they're in the ballpark. And now WWE is going into their talent to try to take their talent because they know that they have something going on over there and it's competitive and it's going to look good for WWE and people are going to tune in. That's why he was saying, hey, this is a good thing for AEW because that means now they're being known. Before you didn't see WWE go after the talent. Obviously, Cody Rhodes was one, but Cody was technically WWE before. So this is their first wrestler that they actually take from AEW. That is a pretty, like, at least figure that they were promoting to try to get her, to be possibly the face of AEW on the women's side. My second thing that I was telling my brother was, hold on a second. I think this is a bad thing because AEW might not be making as much money as we thought they were making, and now they're letting their potential wrestlers, star wrestlers, leave AEW. What do you think? Is this a good thing for AEW or is this a bad thing for AEW? Should we be concerned or should we look at it the way that my brother looked at it, which was, hey man, now they're making some noise because now WWE is noticing them when it comes to the wrestling talent that they have on that side.
Let me see. Let me think of the nicest way to answer this.
Good comment, no doubt. I like it. I like it.
No, it's and again, I'm not going to say it's the minors. I mean, they're always looking for talent. The thing is, who makes the money? And they looked at everybody over there on that roster right now, at least with contracts coming up, and said, that's the one that can make us money. And they got her. Now, I think they wanted Omega and the Bucks just to say we stole them from AEW. But they weren't going to offer them big money because, again, they don't believe that those guys can make money. That's the problem. And they see Jade Cargill and they're like, damn, what we can make with that, the money we can make with what Jade Cargill can bring to our company. That's what they took. And again, and if you look at right now, I mean, what in the upcoming weeks now, what was funny was I was watching The Wrestler on Netflix and they had the Hollywood Haley J character on there. Now she's heading to NXT for a tryout.
Oh, wow.
Now, do you think that this doesn't coincide that all of a sudden now you get a whole, 7 episodes on Netflix learning about this character? Now she goes to NXT for a tryout. If she again, she's got to perform and everything else, but you just got the greatest publicity and introduction to the world for Hollywood Haley J. You know what I'm saying? And then now they can make money on it. And I think that's the thing is WWE just doesn't sign, they'll sign, people because they think they can make them money. Or they think, okay, we can put him with him and they'll make money. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in the business of making money. AEW is in the business of putting on the best show on Wednesday night or whatever it is. But like Vince is about, can you make me money? If you can't, then I'm going to cut you. And if you're making more money, than you're bringing in, you're going to get cut. He did that with Braun Strowman. You're making this much a year and you're not even bringing in enough for me to pay for you. Gone. They don't sit there. And again, will that change when Vince is gone? I don't know. But right now it's you make me money or you drop down the card because he doesn't get rid of a lot of talent lately. I mean, he used to, but now he knows, okay, well, you know what? If they'll go to AEW, there's that, do I keep them here, keep them happy? Do I send them to AEW? Could they be? I don't think anybody that they would send would make a difference because, again, if you make money for Vince McMahon, he's going to keep you. And that's what they do. And you can go over to AEW and you can have great matches and you can, make good money. And again, I don't know if they're still on the tier program that they started with, but if they are, that's also why you're not going to keep this big talent, these names you're producing. Because if you're trying to tier this up, how do you tier Jade Cargill? Because WWE is going to be like, well, what are they offering you? Oh, they're offering me $1.5 million. I'll give you $2 million. See you later. So for $500,000 more, you just lost Jade Cargill. I'm not saying those are the numbers, by the way. I'm just saying, but that's the ball game that they can play.
I personally agree a lot with what you're saying. I think that this is a mistake on AEW as far as what they're doing. I think they need to be more strategic with what they're paying their wrestlers. and making sure that their contracts don't just run out. For Jade Cargill to just come on Rampage and just say, "Yo, my
By the
contract."
way, her contract was up Friday.
Yeah,
Like the night it showed. I mean, again, I know the match was wrestled on Wednesday, but her contract was up, and I don't understand how AEW does not have a no compete clause.
Like
those are thing to me.
Those
I'm not
are
saying you got to have the 90 days because I think that's excessive by WWE, but at least have 30 days.
Yeah, man.
You can't just show up and lose to Chris Statlander on Sunday and then show up on Monday Night Raw. Not saying that again, that didn't happen, people. I'm just saying, but I mean, what happens? MJF, okay? MJF, let's just look at it this way. And again, I don't know when in January 2024, supposedly that's the big day.
Yeah.
When his contracts, could you imagine this? He's on a pay-per-view on Sunday night. And again, I don't know when the pay-per-views are, so just go with me on this. Just follow. And he shows up on Raw Monday.
Yeah.
He pulls the Rick Rude, he's on, I mean, I know he can't be two places at one time, but again, you're their pay-per-view on Sunday night and you show up at Raw on Monday. And that's what can happen with the way they do their contracts. That's like
it's a concern, man.
Look at that. You got to look at that. And again, I think the 90 days is too excessive. But, again, it is what it is. So, but 30 days, I think 30 days is about right. You can't do anything for 30 days. After 30 days, go.
And I think if WWE
paid your downside too, by the way, it's not 30 days of no pay. Okay, they get their downside, and you just can't compete. But you get your downside for that 30 days.
I think WWE could actually flex with this and basically they could have done and brought her over on Monday or on Friday and be like, hey, look who's now on board.
But also, I think, this is the one thing, like, I don't think she's going to be on the main roster right away. I think they're going to send her to NXT, not wrestle, but train to wrestle the WWE way. Because again, WWE way is different than what you got in AEW. You wrestle for the red light. Whenever you're doing moves, you're looking to see where the red light is. Is it on the camera outside the ring? Is it on the hard camera? Where's the red light? That's what you're wrestling for, especially on the live programs. You have to learn how to do that because it also goes with how you run the ropes and where you finish the move, because you got to finish the move looking at the camera.
I think the WWE is going to train her on the NXT platform. I don't think they're going to show her in the NXT platform.
No.
They're going to train her.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to throw her in.
These days, that NXT platform, you saw the numbers this past week, by the way?
Yeah, congrats to Becky Lynch.
Dude.
She even surpassed Seth Rollins when he was on
They got an
NXT.
8-5-0 on NXT on Tuesday night.
I told you, Becky Lynch is... What did Dynamite get?
8-8-8.
Wow, it's right there, man. That's not good for Dynamite. I'm telling you, AEW.
And that's why I think, I bet you she don't wrestle on NXT, but I bet you they show her sitting in the crowd every once in a while.
I think
training or walking out down the aisle a little bit or walking in the back. Like, you're going to see a little bit of Jade Cargill on NXT, not wrestling, but just to stick it a little bit to Wednesday night.
I think what's going to happen, or I think what WWE should do, is they should, and I know it's going to take a while, but I think they should train her behind the scenes. That way they get used to, and she could get used to what they want, and then bring her out of Royal Rumble and make her win the Royal Rumble, and then it would be her against Rhea Ripley. And I'll tell you why. Rhea Ripley's injured right now, so that gives them a lot of flexibility to go ahead and stall while
they develop. 4 months, man. 4 months.
I know.
She's hot now.
No. Come on. Jay Cargill is not hot now.
Everybody's talking about her right now, though.
But she just finished. She just lost to Chris Statlander.
What I'm saying, though, is her name's out there now. You could disappear for 4 months. Who's gonna remember her?
No, people are gonna remember who she is, man. People are gonna remember who she is.
You're putting a lot of
plus.
If you keep her hidden for 4 months, I think it's a mistake.
Plus,
I'm not saying you don't gotta maybe do some kind of vignettes for her or something, which WWE is pretty good at, but you got to do something. You can't just have her sit there and just train for 4 months to come out at the Royal Rumble. I
think the other thing that you could do is capitalize on her star power, and I think her star power will be big in Royal Rumble. People will know who she is. People would have forgotten already that she lost to Chris Statlander. So it's a very good move for WWE to go ahead and bring somebody strong on the women's Royal Rumble that nobody was expecting, and it gives Jade Cargill enough time.
You've got to show some vignettes or something of her working or something. There's something. You can't just disappear for 4 months and go 3, 2, 1, boom, Jade Cargill.
I would, but again, I'm an AEW fan.
Yeah, which is why you're with the low numbers and the no applause and
but the other thing,
that's why when they say 3, 2, 1, everybody goes yay.
But the other thing we're gonna realize is you could be right, because hey, how many WWE fans tune into AEW shows? So you could be right, but at least the AEW fans are gonna know. Oh man, Jade Cargill now at WWE. Again, I think it's a bad move for AEW. I think they need to be careful. They need to be careful because MJF is coming around the corner, and that's their biggest star. And if they can't secure that contract, oh man, it's gonna look bad for AEW. So, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit more, maybe a deeper dive on the Jade Cargill as far as like who she face, what can we do. I know we spoke about it a little bit now, but hey, now the potential wrestlers. We'll dig deep into the WWE section once we do our top 5, and that is where we are jumping now to our top 5. Sean, are you ready for our top 5?
Top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5.
No debating list tonight is our top 5 current wrestlers of 2023 that you guys, Sean and myself, would actually go and pay to go see, right? Like, the reason I brought this up is because the AEW ticket sales are not doing so well. WWE, you had The Rock come over. People were a little bit shell-shocked about that. Pat McAfee, you had all this. So you got people who are like, yo, maybe I need to go to a live event in WWE again. WWE is doing all the right things right now. And they also just got, merger with UFC. So it's looking really, really good on the WWE side. And it's looking pretty bad on the AEW side. So this is why I wanted to go with this list for tonight. Sean, are you ready?
I am. I do have a Will Ospreay is my
honorable mention.
Honorable mention, yeah, because I would like to see him up close and in person. Just watching him perform and everything. It seems like he's got it, and I think I would go to an event if he's on it.
I think my honorable mention would probably be, and I'm going based on who I have not seen. Probably this guy. What's his name?
I'd pay to see him. Yeah.
Damn it! What? Now I'm having a brain fart. The chubby guy that just fought on Monday night. God damn it! That he's really good.
Bronson Reed.
There you go. Bronson Reed. I would like to go see Bronson Reed. I think I have never seen Bronson Reed live.
That's something.
And he's good. And I think maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna maybe get some of you guys in the comments a little bit upset, but Roman Reigns is not on my list. So I would say Roman Reigns would be an honorable mention on my side. He is not on my list. I would not go and actually pay my hard-fought working cash to go see Roman Reigns live. I'm sorry, guys. I wouldn't. I'm just not satisfied with what he's been bringing to the table, to be honest with you. So he would be
he performs. You're telling me he doesn't perform when he's there?
Man,
dude, you are way. I get your nose out of Tony Khan's ass. My God.
I just can't.
Tony Khan's gonna come out with the microphone next week and be like, I was praying for my life with Frankie Frezko's nose so far up my ass.
Yes, him dump. Yes, Bronson Reed. Thank you, Bronson Reed. I prefer paying for Bronson Reed than for Roman Reigns, to be honest with you. I just don't see Roman Reigns as somebody.
I'm not against Bronson Reed, because if you got on an independent show, if he was going to CCW or something, I'd pay to watch him. I'd go to the CCW show if he was on it.
Wow, what a disrespect to Bronson Reed.
What?
Jesus Christ. You wouldn't go and pay him to go see at WWE? Why not? He's good. You rather see him in CCW? I mean, no disrespect to CCW.
The way I look at it is this: if I'm not going to WWE, would I pay to go watch that guy if he was at another federation? Would he be the reason I went to an event to watch that? He or she, the reason would I go if nothing else on the card I know nothing about?
Yeah.
If that person is on that card, am I still paying the money just to go see that person? That's how I made my list.
Okay. No, that's fair. I agree. I think seeing Bronson Reed in WWE or in AEW or in CCW or any other Ring of Honor or even New Japan Wrestling, whatever, anywhere in the world, I agree with you. I would honestly would go and pay to watch him. I think it's well worth it. All right, so I'm gonna start and then we'll go back and forth.
All right. SoCal Derek got his list already there.
I see that.
He's got Rollins, MJF, American Dream, Jay Uso, and L.A.
Oh man. All right. Whoa. Damn, Derek. So-called Derek, you threw a wrench on me. All right, Sean, I'm gonna change my number one.
No. Envelopes were sealed, my friend.
No, you can't do that.
Yes.
My number one. Oh man, damn, so-called Derek. Jesus, you threw a name that I really messed up and did not add on my list. I apologize. I'm gonna cheat, bro. I'm gonna throw him on there. I'm gonna share it with my number one. I don't care, and people are gonna get mad at me, but I don't care. I know he's not at the same star level as that guy, but still, I need to see him. All right, number 5 for me is Edge, baby. I have not seen Edge live. I'm assuming Edge is amazing live. Actually, I'm lying. My bad. I am lying. I actually did see Edge. I saw Edge when he was with Randy Orton. And Randy Orton's another honorable mention. I would definitely like to go see Randy Orton again. I saw Randy Orton and Edge when they were together.
I had already seen him. That's the only reason he would. I mean, I would pay to go see him, but I've seen him before. That's why he wasn't on my list.
So I've seen Edge, but he's the type of guy that I would actually go out of my way.
Sean cheats all the time. No doubt. When have I cheated?
That is correct. That is correct. No doubt. Absolutely. Sean does cheat all the time. And I'll tell you why. Because you like to go and put one person and another person and another person and another person on like your 5th pick. You did it last time.
Team.
No, you've done that before. Last time you had like 4 or 5 people
on your
5th spot. No.
Top 5 no debating list has gone out of control.
All right. Who you got number 5 for on your
No doubt. You're banned, buddy. I wish I could ban him right now. No doubt.
And no doubt is making sense here.
Jabroni. I'll tell you right now, I'd never pay to see No Doubt.
What a hater. I would definitely go see No Doubt.
Rhea Ripley is my number 5. I've never got a chance to see her live, especially in this new role as like the Judgment Day and the role that she's on right now. Rhea Ripley would be my number 5.
All right, Rhea Ripley. Hold
See him dump. It's in. See him dump. See him dump.
All right. Now,
see him dump.
Can we kindly ban CM Dump out of our?
Oh, see him dump, baby. He's in.
I can't believe CM Dump made his appearance back on the show. Wow. Who came up with that name? God damn it! Who are you, CM Dump? I can't believe that guy. Anyways, all right. My number 4, you guys know it. I'm wearing the shirt with the kangaroo kick. None other than my boy, MJF. Because he's better than y'all, bro. He is. He really is. He is doing an amazing job on the AEW side. He is performing. He is the life of AEW right now. If there's a reason why I would go to an AEW show, would be because of him. Maybe Adam Cole. He's an honorable mention on there as well. But I've seen Adam Cole live. I've seen MJF live as well, but my money goes on MJF. I think MJF is the reason why I would go. Guy's just too talented right now. Guy's carrying that company. I love the fact that he's going everywhere on like all the. I saw him on CBS. I saw him in, on social media and different shows promoting. He's doing everything for Grand Slam. The guy is a company man, and he's really pushing it. And I respect the man. And when you come and invent the kangaroo kick, and I'm actually promoting the shirt. How can you not have him?
You think called the People's Jerk? He's the People's Jerk instead of the People's Champ.
Frank's a hater. Wait, I'm not a hater. Well, I'm a hater on that name. I hate that name. Whoever came up with that name,
Genius. See him dump.
that is creative. I'm not gonna lie. I might know this CM Dump person because he's calling me Frank, and a lot of people don't call me Frank. The only people that call me Frank are people who actually really know me from back in the day.
He knows you the way he's talking. Who gave him that shirt, Frank?
CM Dump must know me. So shout out to CM Dump for having a horrendous name, but I think we know each other. But number 4, Sean, who you got? Number 4
for me is she's injured right now, Mercedes Moné. I just think everything that she is right now, again, could it be just hype? Maybe. But I definitely want to see her. I never got a chance to see her, Sasha Banks. She was injured the one time I got to go to an event there. So she wasn't on the card. So Mercedes Moné.
All right, my number 3. Oh, Lord. And it just sucks that we have CM Dump here. But my number 3 is the actual, real, and legit CM Punk. Not CM Dump.
No doubt. No doubt. I want this on record. That's a cheat. That is cheating right there.
So this is what I'm going to do.
CM Punk is on the list, and he is not a current wrestler.
He is a potential wrestler. Current. He could be
It says current wrestler. He is fired, my friend.
Well, a CM Punk.
Jungle Boy choked him out.
I will have, while I inform you guys of why I have CM Punk on my number 3 list, I will be holding this the whole time. That way you can think I am actually CM Punk talking to you guys. So, guys, the reason CM Punk deserves to be on this list is because he's the best in the world.
And that's why he's your number 3?
He's up there. You're going to be surprised at the other 2. The other 2 is because I haven't seen.
World at number 3.
But he is amazing. CM Punk.
Thank you.
We hate you, CM Dump, the real man right here. Chicago edition, CM Punk.
No doubt. I like it. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Number 3.
My number 3 is, you already spoke of him, MJF. He's really turned into on the mic. He'll talk you into the building. And that's one of the things that, like with Dusty, like I've always liked the good promo guy that could just get you invested and talk you into the building. He used to do it because when he was a heel, he talked in the building because you wanted to see the guy kick his ass, right? CM Punk in the chain match. Everybody wanted to watch, just go in there and just give it to him. He's perfect as a heel. Now, the babyface thing has worked out so well. I don't know if this was originally supposed to go on as long as it has, but I'm loving it, man. I love MJF, the babyface, because he's still doing the little things of a heel, but he's got the babyface twist on it. And I love that. And I think he's doing good. I love it. MJF, number 3 on the list. If I ever go to an AEW show, I'm going because MJF will be on the card.
Just a big shout out to all the Instagram people who were watching the show or watching at least some of the show on my Instagram page. I'm gonna try to see if I could possibly put it on the TikTok as well. So maybe we'll try this. Maybe we'll try this next Tuesday.
Brad, thank you for joining us, buddy. Sorry you're staying at work.
MJF is amazing.
Slammed like CM Punk got slammed out of AEW. I like it.
I think MJF right now, like you said, he's killing it. And whatever they did, whether that was by a mistake or whether that was planned, they made the right choice in making him kind of like a babyface now. My number 2 is somebody that I have not seen wrestle. I've seen him in a concert, but not wrestle. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Benito, Mr. Bad Bunny. That Bad Bunny. That man is dangerous. That man is bad. And after that performance at Backlash, I know that crowd was right behind him and everything, but still, Bad Bunny, man. How can you not see Bad Bunny live? I've seen him in a concert. He kills it in the concert, and he did an amazing job in that wrestling event. And I think Bad Bunny would be somebody I would definitely pay my hard-earned cash to go see, especially with some of these tickets being more expensive. Bad Bunny, number 2. Surprise for a lot of you guys.
My number 2 is the guy that left AEW, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say CM Punk.
No, I wouldn't see him dump at all.
I believe you would
But
not.
again, it goes back to the whole thing with Cody is just how you get invested in the character. Have I liked everything they've done with him? No, but he does keep you invested in the character. Again, he comes from that lineage of Dusty and Dustin does. I don't think Dustin gets enough credit, but again, he's a great performer and a good talker as well. And they get you to invest, and that's what I'm about. I'm about invest. If I'm going to pay my hard-earned money to watch you either get your ass whooped or whoop somebody's ass, you better talk me into the building. And these are the men and women that can talk me into the building.
Cody Rhodes, I've seen him plenty of times. That's why I do not have him on my list. But I do agree with you. He is one of the best.
Yeah, I didn't go to
hardworking
AEW,
wrestlers.
so I didn't get to see him as much as you did.
I saw him plenty of times, so I really enjoyed having to see him, and he even took photos with us and all that stuff. So I respect that. I like that one. He's not on my list because I've already seen him, but if it was just him performing, I probably would not go and watch him because I've already seen him. But if I had not seen him, then maybe I probably would have him on my list. My number one. I know it's a little bit cheating because you said the same thing about CM Punk, but I'm gonna pull Sean. I'm gonna put 2 for the price of 1, and of course that is The Rock because he made his decision to come as a special invitation on Friday on SmackDown. I have seen The Rock plenty of times, seen him in WrestleMania. Think he's amazing. He is the most electrifying sports entertainer in wrestling. And number 2, again, they're not on the same level, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. And that is our boy LA Knight. Yes, sir. Let me talk to you. LA Knight joining The Rock. You got me sold with those 2 guys. I hope they fight, man. I hope they put both of those guys together and you have a mic battle between The Rock and LA Knight. Let me talk to you. Yeah.
All right, my number 1, I saw him when he was with the Shield. It is a bloody Jon Moxley. I will pay money any day of the week to watch Jon Moxley bleed. Matter of fact, I want to pay him money to come sit at my picnic table in my backyard and just bleed. No, just kidding. Roman Reigns is my number 1, the tribal chief. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. And I've not seen him in this role. I saw him as, a member of the Shield and this and that, but it is watching what he does. And again, not saying he's there every week, and I get what you're saying there. But when he's there, he's performing. And if he's there, I will pay my money to watch it.
Now, would you pay your money to watch him by himself, or does he have to come with Paul Heyman?
I think I'd watch him by himself. Paul Heyman would be a nice little bonus, of course, but I wouldn't need to have Paul Heyman there.
I mean, you gotta acknowledge him. He's a fantastic individual when he decides to wrestle. So.
But some lists on the side. Nicholas Colmenares said Rhea Ripley, the Tribal Chief, MJF, Gunther, and I stole this one from him because I saw it before I went there. A bloody Jon Moxley, which I did steal from him as soon as he posted it. I feel like he goes shopping in the grocery store and then just running down the aisle, he just starts bleeding. Like, we need to clean up aisle 3, blood on the floor. Jon Moxley's here. And then Chad did Logan Paul, Rhea Ripley, LA Knight. I'm not sure he says LA Knight Rhodes, American Nightmare, MJF. Think he is pure gold right now. So there we go. No doubt. Number 1, Sean Stanley. See, look at that.
You
no doubt.
No doubt. No doubt would
no doubt.
No doubt would pay to go see
Sean
Stanley, number 1. I'm not gonna lie. I did steal mine from SoCal Derek. I did steal the LA Knight from him when he mentioned it's a good call.
We did Derek's, right? We did Derek's list already, right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
And we'll do it again just now, so everybody, since we got ours done now, totally. Rollins, MJF, American Dream, Jey Uso, LA Knight.
So LA Knight, man. I completely forgot LA Knight, but he's so good right now. He's so good.
I do, but I don't know that I would pay just to see him.
Sean, let me talk to you for a second here. You have to go see LA Knight. He is electrifying. He is the man of the hour. He is the man that is actually making SmackDown relevant whenever John Cena and The Rock is not around, to be honest with you. He's holding it down while the Tribal Chief is not around. And I like the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
But if you pay close attention, there's always a pop for L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not gonna say there's not pop. I'm not gonna say he's not, killing it right now. I don't know that if he's the only one. I'm just like, hey, let me go spend my money. Yeah.
I don't know. He's grown on me, man. He's grown on me.
I mean,
you know what's crazy is that when I even DJ, so I took a sample. And now when I'm DJing and I'm talking to, when I'm dropping, like when people are listening to the music, I'll throw it on. They'll be like, let me talk to you. And then I'll drop a song. So some people are catching on. Some people are like, oh, wait, I know where that is from. So it's me being
that somewhere.
It's me being.
Yeah, too, or no? Just to let me talk to you?
I know I use the yeah as well. So I made both of them and I was like, yo, I'm going to start throwing them in there. And then, because again, I'm different and I want to be different when it comes to the wrestling side and the DJ side. So I'm combining both of them. And I basically said, yo, I'm going to start putting some
many
wrestling
little catchphrase things that can happen that
you never know. And I actually get sometimes people approach me and be like, are you a wrestling fan? It's funny because, Memo also DJs and me and Memo are not embarrassed to wear wrestling shirts. And I think I've mentioned this to you before. I think a lot of people are always scared to wear wrestling shirts.
Nobody watches wrestling until they get around other wrestling fans. Then it's like, wait, didn't you say you didn't watch it? You do, huh? Oh, okay, all right.
It's so fun.
Or they'll talk like, oh, I haven't watched wrestling in forever. And then you start talking like, oh, dude, The Rock and Stone Cold. And then it's like, you know more about wrestling than you let on.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's so funny. Maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was, you know me, guys. I am a big Taco Bell fan, so I always go to Taco Bell when I get the munchies.
But you gotta make that run for the border.
When I get munchies, I go to Taco Bell, man. Shout out to Taco Bell. If you could sponsor us, that would be great.
Taco Bell.
So I go to Taco Bell and I'm wearing my Judgment Day shirt. The one of the thing, bro. And the guy on the drive-thru goes and tells me, "Yo, Judgment Day." I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Dominic Mysterio, baby.
Dirty Dom, baby.
He started having a conversation with me on the drive-thru after he gave me my food, and we kind of had to cut it short because there was other people in the line. But still,
like, hey, throw some nachos in there, buddy. Help me out, man. Give me some cinnamon twists.
It was so random. I was like, yo, that's so cool. He's like, yo, man, you're like the only one I've ever seen wearing like a wrestling shirt. I'm like, hey, man, there's nothing to be ashamed about it, man.
Wrestling, bringing everybody together.
And I'm gonna tell you something to all my fans, all my DJ friends. They're all wrestling fans. I know I can name drop all my DJ friends. They all watch wrestling, but they're all the only one I know that is not embarrassed is Memo. Memo and myself are the only ones.
Baby.
We're the only ones that will rock a WWE AEW shirt and say whatever, man, whatever.
I don't know about the AEW stuff, but
all right.
It happens. I mean, you got a picture of a jackass with a scarf on his neck. I mean, what's that?
Don't hate on my kangaroo.
Kangaroo like face up a little bit better. Like it does. It honestly, now that somebody said it on there, if you don't see the kangaroo body, it really looks like you got like a jackass on your shirt. When you raise up like that, it makes sense. But when it's down,
I can't. The thing is that if I
know, I got you, but I'm saying, but it's
go like that a little bit.
It really does. I didn't realize until somebody said in a minute. Like I think
it was no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, I got a jackass on his shirt. I'm like, yeah, it does. You can't see it. There it is. Kangaroo kick, and he hit the damn thing. He hit that quicker than they hit the damn double clothesline. Only tag team in the world that can't hit a double clothesline. It's amazing.
Gotta love that kangaroo kick. I'm trying to show it.
You ready to go WWE so we can have more fans join in on the conversation because nobody really watches AEW?
Right now AEW is struggling. Yeah, just like our viewership when it comes to the AEW side. Not just playing.
Hey, listen, all they're worried about is winning that Wednesday night, baby. Wednesday night. You know what? Also on that Chris Jericho promo with Dudley and them, Bubba Ray Dudley asks him, he says, so has AEW gotten better in the last month?
I saw that.
And what did Chris Jericho say?
What do you think? He's a homer, man.
What'd he say?
He's a homer, bro.
What'd he say?
I'm not going to say it. He's a homer, bro.
He said, yes, it most certainly has gotten better in the last month.
He's insane, dude. Insane. I mean, if you see me looking on the side, it's because I actually am watching NXT. My boy, Dominic Mysterio, just coming out. He's fighting Carmelo. He is fighting Carmelo. This is the reason why and that's why NXT is growing, because they're actually putting good fights. Becky Lynch was
mixing it up good. And then you're getting eyes on people that most people won't see. And that's the thing, is like, so now when you bring some of those NXT people up, they've already been seen. Tiffany Stratton, for instance, like that. She's smart. So good. It's smart to do.
She is so good. They need to move her over to the. A little bit. They need to move her over to the Raw side. I like.
All right, it is time to talk a little WWE, and what happened this past Friday on SmackDown. It was in Denver, Colorado, and the show started with Mr. Pat McAfee taking the ring. And then when Pat McAfee came out, Austin Theory hit the ring and started talking to him. And then Pat McAfee said, this is the greatest city. It's the people's city. It's something else. I forgot whatever. And he did this whole little line. And then, boom, The Rock's music hit and they had to replace the roof on the building.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Josh, if Mandy Rose comes back too. I mean, they're getting so pops.
She's making more money than, well, again, if they give her more money, maybe, but she's making more money on her OnlyFans than she made as a WWE performer. So we'll have to see there. We'll have to see.
And it's true. 103 million views, bro. Insane. That's the star power of The Rock.
And can you believe how this came together, though?
I had the feeling that they were going to show up because
he's the game day picker. So he came in early to have, of course, McAfee show. He did the McAfee show. And then apparently they drove an hour and a half from Boulder, Colorado to Denver. And then it was like, hey, we're going on. Okay, boom. But again, and he went over too. So they had to cut a match off of SmackDown. But listen, it is what it is.
Got to do it.
But yeah. Because now you've circulated that whole thing. And then with what The Rock said on the McAfee show, WrestleMania 39, that main event was locked. Yep. It was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock, but they couldn't come together to make it mean something because The Rock said, I don't want to just have a match. I want to have it mean something and lead to more.
But what does he mean by saying that?
It needs to be a beginning. So I don't think he wanted that to be the end of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the whole gist of it was you come in, you have a great match, you lose to Roman, he's the tribal chief, and it's done. And The Rock's like, I don't know if that's exactly how I want this to go. And The Rock's the one person that can say, no, I don't think so.
Well, first and foremost, I would not allow The Rock to lose to Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. He would have to beat Roman Reigns.
You have to look at the storyline. Where the storyline was.
I don't care about the storyline.
You're not taking Roman Reigns where he was.
I'll take The Rock all day. You can't disrespect The Rock. You can't just go ahead and put Roman Reigns to beat him. Get out of here. All day The Rock. Screw you, Roman Reigns. I would screw that damn storyline and let's go. The Rock beats Roman Reigns. But I do understand what he means.
But even if he does that, then what? What's next?
Cody against The Rock, baby. Cody Rhodes, sir. Cody Rhodes. But I think what The Rock is going to do is he's going to kind of make the path for UFC fighters to make their way over to the WWE. I think that's what it's going to be like. He's going to do something that is going to be out of this world where I know some UFC fighters have made their way over, but I think the smartest thing that they should do, and this, hear me out.
Why would you have The Rock do this though?
Hear
Go
me.
ahead.
Hear me out, because you just finished saying that it has to mean something. Imagine you put The Rock against Roman, right? And then all of a sudden, he beats Roman, and then you're like, it's done. That's it. There's nothing else to it. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you hear the notorious B.I.G. song, and Conor freaking McGregor comes out and comes face to face with The Rock. 103 million viewers for The Rock. Add another 103 for Conor McGregor. And Jesus Christ, what do we have here? We have the biggest star still in wrestling versus one of the biggest stars in the UFC. Electrifying, sir. And then it starts to bring more UFC fighters to make their way over to the WWE world. And then kind of The Rock can say, yo, I opened that door. I allowed it. That way people can go and say, hey, look, you're right. It was The Rock with McGregor that made the way for all these UFC fighters to start coming to the WWE world and making a name for themselves. Better than Shayna Baszler, better than Ronda Rousey, better than Bobby Lashley. Something out of this world, man. I think, what do you guys think? I think it makes sense, right? You guys, I see my brother saying, yup, and so-called Derek, I'm telling you guys, you bring that up, WWE, listen to me. We could be the writers. Me and Sean could be the writers here. You bring that up, and I'm telling you, you are selling some freaking pay-per-views, some merch. You're doing something out of this world, my friend.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you're
Sean.
praying to God Conor McGregor doesn't do something stupid to mess it up.
Conor McGregor doesn't have to stay at WWE. It could be a one-off. That's the goal. That's the whole thing, man.
He's got to get there, bro. Like, he can't even handle himself in a basketball game.
Doesn't matter, man. It's something that only one can dream. Yup, Josh, you see? Yo, the fans. Yes. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Dude, man.
Call me the
WWE.
I
would not waste The Rock on Conor McGregor.
I'll be a writer.
I would not waste The Rock on Conor McGregor.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think then?
I don't know. But it's not The Rock and Conor McGregor. Like, if anything, you do a tag team with The Rock and Conor McGregor. You don't have The Rock versus Conor McGregor. Just like what they did with The Rock and Ronda Rousey. When Ronda Rousey opened up the door for MMA fighters. Or Dan Severn many moons ago opened it up. Or Ken Shamrock opened it up. It's not going to be Conor McGregor opening it up.
It's Conor McGregor
now because
and The Rock.
He owns everybody. CM Punk didn't open that door. That door got shut on CM Punk. When you get knocked out 300 times,
CM Punk
is still getting knocked out.
Guys, CM Punk is making his way over for Royal Rumble. I'm calling it right now. No source, just my basic.
I just my problem with the whole thing with the UFC and WWE is like, you have to get the guys with charisma, and Conor McGregor is one of them. But how many other Conor McGregors are there?
Adesanya's good. He's a big name.
Can they talk?
Yeah, Adesanya can talk.
And can they deliver? Because that was Ronda's biggest issue. Ronda's biggest issue is when you put the mic in front of her, it was like, ugh.
Well, can Io Sky talk? Can Asuka talk? They all learn.
They don't talk.
It doesn't matter. They make it work. So I'm pretty sure they'll be able to make it work.
Yes, but you have to know how to. You have to be able to talk people into a damn.
That's why Conor McGregor would work perfectly. You would have to put all the smack talkers like Chael Sonnen. Imagine Chael Sonnen would have showed his way over to the WWE world. The way he talked, you could teach talking. Look at The Miz. The Miz is really good at that.
You can't teach talking. You have it or you don't, man.
No, The Miz has talked.
The Miz was a shit talker the whole time. Go back and watch damn Road Rules or whatever the hell the TV on MTV was. He's always been a talker.
But The Miz can
teach him how to talk.
You could teach people, man. You could teach people how to talk. You could talk smack.
Teach people how to talk.
Yes, you can. And we're talking right now. Let me talk to you.
I wouldn't even hire you for $1.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, let me talk.
You got to be able to talk people into the building and make it mean something. It's different when you're really going to go in there and whoop somebody's ass.
Whoa. Comment alert. Comment alert. I'm going to be looking at these comments. Joe Rogan as a special commentator on the WWE side. Yes. Let me talk to you. Wow. Great suggestion. Impressive. Real World Chicago. The home of CM Punk, baby. Impressive. Yes, guys. Joe Rogan as a special commentator. Woo! Look at that. We're giving you all these possibilities, WWE.
No, what you're trying to do is get WWE to lower down to where AEW can be near them.
How dare you disrespect the UFC? You think the UFC is not a powerhouse company? Of course it is, man.
It's not a powerhouse, but dude, they're two different. Do you know how many diehard UFC fans would be like, what the hell are you doing?
And that's why it makes sense to do it. Because now you're going to merge the UFC fans, the mixed martial arts fans, with the WWE and the wrestling
And how did that
fans.
work when Ronda Rousey came over? How many MMA fans stuck around?
She had a pop. Yeah, but Ronda Rousey, like they threw her.
What?
They threw her.
She's against McMahon and Triple H.
They threw her to the main event too quickly. They didn't build her up like I thought they should have.
What are you gonna do? Bring Conor McGregor in to face The Rock?
Well, you gotta bring.
What, we gonna build that up? We're just gonna throw that out there and see what the hell happens.
WrestleMania, baby. Conor McGregor walks out. Damn, Jesus, wow.
Shoot, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just because a company owns UFC and WWE, don't mean we got to bring all of the crap together. We're not AEW and Ring of Honor, and we got to bring everything together. That's an AEW ROH move.
I mean, apparently WWE bought out WCW. They've bought out other companies. I mean, yeah, you can
other wrestling companies. Yes,
we gotta change. It's time for a change.
Why do they need to change, bro?
Because they want to be the number one in the world.
They're doing quite well for themselves.
True, but they also want more. The greedy want to be greedier. That's the way it works.
They're having the best house show sales in the company.
Wait. Vince McMahon.
Every place they go, it's a new record.
Wait, hold on a second. Vince McMahon said that it was stagnant right now. It was stagnant, sir.
Vince McMahon is trying to say we had to fire 150 people.
Stagnant.
None of them were wrestlers, by the way.
Stagnant.
Half of them were executives. So, you're stagnant. How are you? And did you read the other part of that where everybody in the room eye rolled them? Did you read that part of it?
Sorry. Something happened in NXT.
Oh, is that what Dom?
I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Dom just combined the titles.
Oh,
I spoiled it.
God, this stupid guy. I don't know who
this guy is. I'm not even watching. I don't even know what's going on.
No, well, I don't think the belt was on the line. Carmelo's belt wasn't on the line. It was just champion versus champion. But notice how they've done a great job with Dom. And I told you that they have something special on that kid. But go ahead. My bad. I was watching the NXT thing. What were you saying about the whole Vince McMahon? He said it was stagnant, no?
He said it was stagnant, and then everybody listening to it rolled their eyes. Everybody in the room rolled their eyes. Okay, yeah, we're stagnant. That's why our records are here, this and that. Even the wrestlers that were given the memo of what was said at the meeting, a lot of them have been on record as saying, I'm not sure how we're stagnant if we're doing better gates than we've done before.
It's stagnant because it's the same thing over and over, man. It's the same thing over and over. And they don't have that Monday.
You sound so really? You're going to sit here, preach AEW, and you're going to say it's not the same stuff over and over?
It is the same stuff. That's why they're doing, unfortunately, so bad right now. They're not doing well. And Monday Night Raw is just stagnant. Same thing, the bloodline all over again. Oh, let's do another faction. Here comes the Judgment Day. It's just a revolving door.
Wait, no, don't sit here and be like, oh, the Judgment Day is being pushed well.
It is, but it
was coming to an end, or they're in the bottom of the third if you listen to Paul Heyman. I'm not sure what the hell they're doing. We're going to dive into that here in a minute on the booking of both Jey Uso on Raw and the Bloodline SmackDown. But they're not stagnant, bro.
Derek,
They're not stagnant.
Derek, there will be WWE fans and there will be UFC mixed martial fans if they join them together. I am
But you sit here and
a product of it.
So what? Now
I watch
you're
both.
going to take the fighters from UFC and be like, hey, in your off time, when you're supposed to be training for your fight, you're going to be going to WWE and doing the.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. So
Like,
let me
so
clarify
you get
that.
them after their UFC career's over.
Yeah, it would be more towards the end of their career. It will be more towards the end of their career, or when they're done with mixed martial arts. When they're like, okay, you know what? I want something different. Look at Brock Lesnar, man. Brock Lesnar jumped from WWE to MMA and then back to WWE. I mean, he's huge.
No. First off, he jumped from WWE to football. He got cut by the Vikings and then went to MMA and then back to WWE.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that. He did get cut by the Vikings. But still.
And the reason he went back to WWE was because he had half his intestines taken out. So he couldn't really fight anymore because when he got kicked or hit in the area, it took him out.
Hey, but he was a champion, man. He was big.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
And his pay-per-views in the UFC were remarkable. They did
him
great
and the
numbers.
Undertaker worked the angle perfectly.
So it's there. If you look at some of the
those fighters is goddamn Brock Lesnar, bro.
But you
You're
have
Conor McGregor to Brock Lesnar in a wrestling ring.
But you have the potential of finding a star. You have the potential of
potential of finding a star on the side of the street here in Hialeah. I'm not going and look.
We don't have the potential of finding somebody in Hialeah. Oh, Joel Romero. That would be great for WWE, of course. But he's not in
let them know they do testing, though. They test, okay?
But look, you make it seem like some of the UFC fighters are not going to do well in the WWE world. Bobby Lashley, he's an ex-MMA fighter. Ronda Rousey, MMA. Shayna Baszler.
Why Bobby Lashley was an all-American amateur wrestler.
He was also an MMA fighter.
Straight from UFC and MMA.
What is your problem with MMA fighters trying to jump into the wrestling business?
What's your problem about that? To force them in there? They're not needed right now, bro. They're not needed.
I'm not trying to say
product that doesn't need to be changed because your crap show is going further and further down the drain.
I'm not trying to say that they have to force it, but you're gonna bring more eyes to it. You're gonna give more opportunity to some of these UFC fighters that want to continue doing something better than getting their faces
rocked. I'm washed up from fighting WWE. Please sign me to a deal to wrestle. I can't fight no more.
You're telling me
I'm gonna come and be a savior for your company.
You're telling me that
in the ring.
You're telling me that if you don't bring if you bring I don't know, maybe an Arasanya, or you bring what was this girl, the one that retired, the one that just the Brazilian chick. Guys, help me out. Amanda Nunes. Bring her to NXT. Are you kidding me? And you're trying to push NXT as well?
First off, they did that with the one Bellator girl, and she still hasn't debuted yet, right? She's still working on it, right?
Because she's in Bellator, she probably sucked. No. I'm joking. No. She's good. Lola Vice, and she's doing really well. She's actually shown. She's now in the roster. It took her a while.
I'm not saying she's not, but I'm saying you're acting like just because they get in their great MMA fighters, that's going to translate to being a great pro wrestler. And what I'm trying to tell you is, it's a lot harder than you think.
Oh, I agree. I'm not saying it's going to everybody's going to work out.
It's not death hold on people like you do in MMA. MMA and UFC, you're fighting for your life. You're going to get knocked out, or you're going to knock somebody out. You're going to get choked out, or you're going to choke somebody else out. In wrestling, it's you're protecting the other one with the moves you're doing.
Yeah, but
you're literally protecting them.
What I like about this is that you are giving people, wrestlers and mixed martial artists, the opportunity to try different things, because it goes the same way with some of these WWE fighters that want to make their way over to the MMA world. It gives another platform. It gives another opportunity for you to be able to explore something different. CM Punk did it, and he epically failed in the MMA side, but no harm, no foul. He did it. Great. You got your ass kicked. Now he went back to wrestling. He was kicking ass over there, and then people started hating on him. Ronda Rousey, she wants to go back to mixed martial arts. She's calling it. She says she wants to come back to the UFC, and she'll get a pop.
Ship has sailed, but that's beside the point.
I'm just saying, man, it's a great opportunity. You don't think people? It's like when you go in a company and
But I mean,
want to have different.
It's like WWE's in such a dire need that they need to have these guys come over and be there, and it's
not a dire need, but I could understand why Vince McMahon says it's stagnant. He wants something different, and that's what
you're talking to a guy that only sold the company to this company so that he could keep his damn job. This is the only company that said, we'll pay you $9 billion and you can stay on as creative head, executive, executive of whatever.
Look at so-called Derek. Look, another one. Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Oh, Sean O'Malley, again, he's got...
Oh, no, you can't. Why? We don't need him.
We don't need him. But Sean O'Malley can talk at least. Conor McGregor can talk. But again, it's getting in the ring and it parlaying into the ring. It's not just because, they're these great MMA fighters that they're going to be these great wrestlers. You know how long it took Matt Riddle? Do you know how long it took Matt Riddle to get to WWE after he left? Because he was dangerous.
Yeah, but Matt Riddle still sucks.
Okay.
I'm not a big Matt Riddle fan. We don't even know what the hell's going on with Matt Riddle right now.
Well, he said that they got sexually assaulted at the airport. The airport saying that he was intoxicated, and he hasn't been on the last 2 Raws. He hasn't been booked, so on live events. So, not sure where that stands right now.
That guy's crazy, bro. The guy is on so much drugs. Unfortunately, I think that's what's happening to him. And yes, don't forget to hit the like, guys. Thank you. Hit that like for us.
Yes. Hit the like button. All right. Booking of Jey Uso on Raw and the Bloodline Solo Sikoa on SmackDown.
Same storyline.
I don't know, man. I'm not they got the Judgment Day involved. They want him to join the Judgment Day. He said there's no Roman Reigns involved. And then he super kicks them. He takes a Claymore. He gets pinned. They jump him. Cody comes out for the save. I just don't know where. Now KO was on the mic, like, why did you bring him here? Again, I honestly thought
that's kind of like the first sign.
Cody was going to be the one that went to SmackDown to give him a chance at Roman. That's what I thought. This whole
did they send somebody?
Nobody that I understand from Raw so far showed up on SmackDown. So I don't know if that's like a parlaying story down the road or what. But I don't believe anybody from Raw showed up on SmackDown or that I've seen. If anybody maybe has watched it and somebody that I maybe forgot about, do it there. But and then you got Solo Sikoa with John Cena.
That's so boring.
Does that put Cena with Roman? Like, I'm just trying to figure out where, and Jimmy Uso, and I just don't know where everything is going right now. Everything is so. Before you used to be able to look at the bloodline and kind of figure where it was going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I feel like they're just. Let's make it go 3,000 different directions and we'll see which way works, in a way. And it's like, I get the Jey Uso part. They're building it up to where can they trust him? Why did you do that, Cody? Why did you bring him in here? It's your fault. So now you got KO, Sammy, Drew kind of on the edge. You've got Cody over here with Jay. And then you've got Jay trying to prove himself to everybody else. So I kind of, I'm understanding that end of it. The SmackDown side of it, again, Roman hasn't been on a SmackDown since August 11th. He hasn't been at
they confirmed that he's going to be around maybe in the next couple of SmackDowns. Like I think.
The one that I saw was 10/27 he's advertised for, which I don't think it probably will be before that one because that will be the SmackDown leading into Crown Jewel, which is November 4th. So I got to believe they'll probably build something up going into the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. So
I got to talk about Crown Jewel too for just when we get a chance.
Go ahead.
So if you guys haven't found out, ladies and gentlemen, do you know who WWE is reaching out to actually make their way over to Crown Jewel? Not as a wrestler, but as a guest. See, Cristiano Ronaldo, baby. They're trying to bring CR7 as a special guest at Crown Jewel. Sean, talk to me. Messi, Inter Miami, Cristiano Ronaldo, WWE Crown Jewel, baby. What you think about that? Sí! A la Madrid.
I guess, right? He's Saudi Arabia now, right? I mean, he's the face of Saudi Arabia.
Let's have him. I love your enthusiasm. Like, I'm so hyped. And then you're like, okay, whatever. It's okay.
I mean, I just, it's one of those things where, again, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he is one of the faces of soccer, right? He's one of the world sport.
One of the faces. He's the second best, probably, soccer player in the world right now.
My face is like the top 4 players of all time ever. Whatever, however you want to look at it. You think soccer, you think of Ronaldo, you think of Messi. I mean, for me, that's what I think because I don't know enough about soccer. So, and then other things like that. So
there was this big their transportation buses. I don't know if you saw it on social media. It was trending. All the people from Saudi Arabia were running to go see Cristiano Ronaldo. Imagine how quickly they will sell crown jewelry as if they see Cristiano Ronaldo sitting. It brings back the whole Bad Bunny thing.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is like the thing is they're at Saudi Arabia is like when all out. They only go over there. They go there twice a year, so it's already sold out. Like you're just adding to it now.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're sold out already. Like they get $55 million to go over there. That's why they usually bring the Undertaker. They bring all these guys over because that's who they want. The government says we're getting $55 million because we want to see the Undertaker. The Undertaker. We don't want to watch him wrestle. We want him to come meet our whatever their dignitaries. I don't know what they're called, but like their government. They want them to meet the Undertaker. They want to take pictures of the Undertaker. It's a dog and pony show, man. So if they get Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean that's great. But it's one of those things to where it's like I'd rather see Ronaldo at a WrestleMania. I'd rather see him somewhere where I might be able to go to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, obviously.
I get it. He's in Saudi Arabia, and that's not good. But like to me, it's not that big of a thing because I'm never going to have an opportunity to go watch Crown Jewel.
Why not, man? We need to go buy some tickets, fly out there, and let's go. Let's make it happen.
Okay, buddy.
Big. Give me a couple of days with Sean. We're gonna fly out.
And we need everything from the government of what we can and can't do. Because I can tell you right now, we probably can't do a Squared Circle Digest from over there.
No, we wouldn't be it. Well, maybe we can. I don't know. It would be kind of
Squared Circle Digest live from Saudi Arabia.
That would be so badass.
And then it'd be like beep 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 beep.
It would be intense. But yes, that was one thing I wanted to mention about Control.
And then the other thing is, and again with the Bloodline on SmackDown, I don't know where they're going with it. Is Jimmy part of it? Are they stringing Jimmy along? I love the Paul Heyman part of it. No matter what happens, he's like, call Roman Reigns.
Call Roman Reigns.
Call whatever. Call Roman Reigns. Whatever it is. It's just like it's now the perfect in tagline for anything that's involved in, man.
I feel like right now they are kind of like in a world of circles. They don't know where to go with any of these storylines, and they're like, hey, like you just finished saying, they're just trying different things.
Well, they're throwing everything out so you don't know which way it's going to go. Whereas before you kind of said, okay, I can see the line they're taking. Now you can't tell. You're just like, what the hell are they doing? Is Jimmy going to get hit by a Solo? No. Oh, then he's kicked Cena, who's sitting there looking at it. It's like, okay, all right. And then Grayson Waller's just sitting there like it's just
too many things. Like too many factors.
Okay, all right. What are we trying to do here? Is it Cena against Roman? Is it Cena against Solo?
Austin Theory and The Rock?
Jimmy?
And you bring Austin Theory and The Rock? What is all
this? Managed by Pat McAfee? Imagine The Rock got managed by Pat McAfee. The Rock and McAfee together.
Wow.
What? Let's go!
And bring him against Conor McGregor. Oh.
Yeah, and let Pat McAfee punt him in the face. The other thing I want to do, and this brought up because of your cheating you did in the top 5, no debate.
Oh, my Sean move? Okay. No doubt knows.
No doubt is a kiss ass. He also came back on my side at the end. All right. But we love No Doubt, by the way. Nicholas Colmenares, on the other hand.
Come on. Right.
So
let me talk to you.
Your boy Bronson Reed. He got a win on Raw this week.
I'll pay to go watch him.
Do you know who he beat?
Actually, no, I didn't get a chance to see
Chad Gable.
Oh, yes, he did fight Chad Gable. You're right. I didn't see that match, but
I pushed him to the limit with Gunther And then he goes out and he loses to Bronson Reed. Like, and I'm not taking anything away from Bronson Reed. I'm not trying to say, but I really honestly thought they were going to give Chad Gable a push. And if I feel like it just took it away from them. It took it away from them like that. And it was a clean pin, too. It was the tsunami off the top. 1, 2, 3. And it's just like, And again, maybe that's the old school in me thinking about it too much, but like he was just a week ago going for the Intercontinental title, and now he's jobbing.
But wait, Bronson Reed
lost goddamn Ricochet.
Bronson Reed
a month ago.
That's a month ago. People forgive and forget.
Bronson Reed forgot too.
Put Bronson Reed versus Gunther now. That would be good. Bronson Reed versus Gunther, baby. Wasn't it
people more than a 2-week push?
Bronson Reed wasn't he wearing a
2-week push? Chad Gable deserves better.
I think he was wearing like a jacket, right?
That is my new hashtag. Gable deserves better.
The thing is that, do you see Gable being a main attraction for WWE? I don't think so, man.
Not a main attraction, but he could be the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, that's the working championship. He'll go out there and wrestle for 30 minutes, and you bring in the heavyweight champion and wrestle for 10.
The thing about Chad Gable is that he's too much of a jokester. That's the
He's not a jokester, though.
He is with the shush.
In the ring, when he gets in the ring, he's not a jokester, man.
No, I agree with you with that.
He goes for it.
Legit. I like his wrestling and everything. I just think his character is more of the funny type of side. So if he's going to be, hey, how can I treat the Intercontinental Champion serious when I got this guy who's like laughing? Now, you could probably give him the...
Wait. So you can't be a champion if you're a laughing gimmick?
No, you can. But I just don't see him right now. He needs to be a little bit more serious on his role. Like, I think that's where they don't push him for that reason. I think that's the reason why they hold him back. Because they wanted to see how he did against Gunther, and he did well. But it's like, what are you going to do? He's the Intercontinental Champion. Shush! The whole time? As an Intercontinental Champion? Nah, man. I mean, you need to be a little serious. You can still be funny, but not like The Rock did a really good job.
You can't dance when you're a champion either, right? Champions can't dance. They can't shush. They can't be their character that got them there.
They could dance.
Once they get there, they've got to be serious.
They could dance. That's won me over. But I just don't know, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I also feel that Chad Gable, just like Rey Mysterio and a lot of these guys, they're small wrestlers. And
whoa! No, don't pull that bullshit. Don't pull that bullshit. You just had Conor McGregor at 185 pounds and 5'10" coming in the main event against The Rock. I'll pull the BS small stuff on me now. No.
How tall is Chad Gable, and how big is Chad Gable? I don't know how tall and his weight. I don't know.
He's not that.
He's not that big. He's definitely not that big, because look at the size difference with Gunther. Look at the size difference with Bronson Reed. I mean, he's like the same size as Butch. Butch right now is fighting in.
Chad Gable's 5'8", 202 pounds. Legit.
And Conor McGregor is 5'10", right? I think Conor's 5'10". Conor McGregor's. Conor should be
5'9", 156.
Oh wow, that's not that big of a difference.
I mean, he might have put on more weight since then. That was the last.
Yeah. I will say this. I'm not knocking the smaller wrestlers. I'm just saying Vince McMahon doesn't.
No, it's not a Vince McMahon portrait. No,
typically, yeah.
But that's why those guys used to get the Intercontinental titles.
Well, look at Rey Mysterio has the USA belt. So
yeah, but he's not the North American champion. He's only the United States.
Because the North American
doesn't get the North American title, like Dom.
Of course. Now, Chad Gable, I think he has the potential. I like Bronson Reed, man. I'm sorry, I like Bronson Reed more than.
I'm taking nothing away from Bronson Reed. My problem was.
But you got to push Bronson Reed now.
Then put Bronson Reed against Otis, or Bronson Reed against somebody else on the card or something. Do that.
Otis. No, if you're gonna if you're gonna have Bronson Reed go over Chad Gable, then the next fight should be against Gunther. That makes
No, what
the
I'm
most
saying though is
logical
never
sense.
should beat Gable's. What I'm saying, he never should have been in the ring with Gable. It should have been like Otis.
Well, that's true. They could, yeah, but you don't want to see two big guys, Gunther. I'm sorry, Bronson
Oh,
Reed and Otis.
Gunther and Bronson Reed's not two big guys.
No, but those are. I'm talking about like big guys.
So
Like,
fat guys like me.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I'm fat too. I didn't say that.
Listen, some of us are in the best shape of our life around. All right,
I agree, hands down. But I'm just saying, those two big boys. I don't know. I don't know if I
put him with somebody else though. But what I'm saying is it just doesn't make sense. The guy that you had such people emotionally invested in him. His daughter, his other people were crying around the ring when he lost. So you've got people invested in him, and now you sit him out the next week and he loses again.
Maybe he starts a losing streak. That's maybe the storyline they wanted to go.
Show me again.
Losing streak. Losing streak.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. I mean, it's okay. I don't feel so bad for Chad Gable. If he would have lost to like Ricochet, then I'll be pissed.
Shinsuke lost to Ricochet.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Ricochet got disqualified.
Oh, good.
Use the chair.
It's like losing to Ricochet. It's like losing to who was another one of the guys from Imperium. Why would you lose to those guys? Just doesn't make any sense. That would be like kind of like messed up.
Yeah, but Bronson Reed was in that category up until this week.
No. Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed has always had potential.
Bronson Reed to us is good. I get it.
He has great potential.
But the way they were pushing him was not the same of how we felt about him.
True.
Call it what it is. I mean, they weren't pushing him like
we wanted him.
Nakamura, he lost to Ricochet, he lost to Ciampa, he lost. I mean, there was a whole bunch of guys.
Maybe they could have given. They could have given
Gable. It's like, bro,
they could have given Ciampa
consistent at least, man.
They could have given Ciampa to Gable. That's
yeah, but he was too busy making a Vinci tap.
Yeah, it was so dumb. Or Mustafa Ali on NXT.
Is he back yet? Oh, he's still at NXT, right? And No Doubt said Rockafee. That's the new tag team. Rockafee.
Are you trying to steal the Bruchachos? Come on, man. You only have one. MJF and Adam Cole.
Nothing there says Brochacho. It says Rockafee.
No, because you're combining both of them. So then that's similar to Adam Cole and
you know that there was a rock and sock connection way before there was Brochachos. You do understand, like, and then before that, I'm sure there was something else before, I mean,
good point. Good point. You called him. You called me out. Yeah. Okay.
Listen to me. Listen. Most of what AEW comes up with has already been thought of. They're not the first ones to do it.
True, but they do it better than anybody else. Oh, let me talk to you. What else we got? What else we got on the WWE side? Anything else?
I don't think I got anything else. And after that, oh my God, my heart's hurting right now.
Well, look,
pretty funny of you.
If you
have any questions in the chat, go ahead and line them up for us real quick. If you got any questions, anything you want to talk about that you want us to.
The only thing I say is just Jake, we kind of spoke about it in the AEW side, but on the WWE side, Jake Cargill, bring her to Royal Rumble. I think it would be a great pop. It gives Rhea Ripley some time to heal. Who cares about Nia Jax? I do not like her.
Put her in the closet for 4 months and let her sit.
I have no idea why they brought her back. Throw her to NXT. And you know what?
She's been there for a month. They haven't brought her back until now. So
bring in Tiffany Stratton over to the main roster. And why is Becky Lynch the NXT champion? Why are they like that's? I know she's the only. That's the only belt that she had not won. But man, them putting her in NXT.
What's happening is I think they saw the viewership going up because Dom's walking around with the North American title on the house shows and everything else. So it's bringing eyes to NXT. So maybe they're thinking that, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how these numbers are this week and see how the numbers are this week on the show and everything else. And
they're showing her a lot, man.
We'll have to see how it goes, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, what did you think about Becky Lynch? That botch that she did. That apparently she was supposed to. She was doing her segment and she messed up on the microphone on Monday Night Raw, and then she said, "Oh, damn it, I messed up." And you could hear it when she said it. Did you hear that?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, she was on there. I guess because what happened
most of the time when it gets to the promos, I'll listen to the very beginning, and if they're not really talking a lot, I've fast forward through so I can catch up to the rest of the show because I don't watch it live anymore. It's too late. I'm trying to get to bed, man. I'm trying to get some sleep.
Well, I didn't watch it live. I watched it later, but I did see when she was because it was supposed to be Becky Lynch or somebody else. It was another girl who was
You
supposed to fight.
nuts.
Exactly. But then they kind of like changed it and gave Natalia. And then I guess whatever she was saying, she wasn't supposed to say it correctly, or she didn't say it correctly. And she was like, you could hear on the mic when she's like, oh, I messed up out loud. Like you could hear her when she said, oh, I messed up.
And
And
that happens, man.
yeah, she
It
really
happens.
so
That's the thing is, Josh says Judgment Day is getting boring. Man, I just, I mean, it's to the point now to where they've got to figure out, are they going to break him up or not? I think it's like with the Cody situation, where it was like, okay, I'm tired of watching Cody get his ass whooped every day by Brock, every show by Brock. It's like enough. I'm enough. I've felt enough pity for him. He's got to start doing something else. And now they've changed him back. They're building it back up pretty good. I think they got to do the same thing with Judgment Day. Just got to figure out, are they going to break him up? Or are they going to make them the power team? If they are, then they need to start pushing them that way. And I think ultimately, what you're going to see is the Judgment Day take on Jey Uso, Cody, Sammy, and KO. And that's what you're going to see. JD McDonough's is going to get added, I think, to Judgment Day. And then you'll see that for a little bit. And then ultimately, the ultimate end to Judgment Day is McDonough and Balor leaving. I don't know how or what way they're going to do it, but I feel like those two are destined to be like more of a team together. And then Dom, Rhea, and Damian Priest going their way. But I don't know if they break it all up or what, because it's just they can't be doing what they're doing with they're breaking up. Nope, they're not breaking up. They're breaking up. Nope, they're not breaking up. It's old. That's what's getting boring on it. It's like either break them up or make them the power team. One of the two. It goes that way. That's it. This whole is he going to hit him with the briefcase? No, yes, no. That's getting old.
I think another thing that's getting old, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it's that Shinsuke Seth Rollins beef. I do not like it at all. I thought this was gonna be over and done with, and they're still pushing that storyline, and I think it's boring. I think Seth needs a better opponent than Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke was fine for the last pay-per-view, but I just don't see it, man. I don't know.
Their next pay-per-view is going to be what? SummerSlam? Is SummerSlam their next one, or is there one more before?
Isn't it Crown Jewel?
Not SummerSlam. I'm sorry, not SummerSlam. Survivor Series? No, so Crown Jewel will be there. Crown Jewel's what, 11-4? Survivor Series more toward Thanksgiving. I got to think that if they do a title change, I feel like Shinsuke is the softening tool to Rollins for Priest to make the cash in. That's my feeling. But I don't know if you cash in until it's a main pay-per-view. Is that going to be Crown Jewel? Is that going to be Survivor Series? I think that's where the cash in. I think you want to do it on a bigger stage is what I'm saying.
I think they also got to rush a little bit more in pushing KO to become a heel now, because they took the first step by him calling out Cody, and I think that's the next fighter Cody should wrestle. I think Cody should go up against Kevin Owens. They're gonna start beefing. They're not gonna be in sync. Put them into tag team together, and then Cody and KO are a little bit off, and then that kind of starts creating some type of, because nobody has this. I'm tired of seeing Cody against Dominic Mysterio. Come on, man. They put that thing again on Monday, and I was like, oh, come on, man. Come with some originality. I need something else. So I think that would be a good route to go with KO against.
Yeah, but they're also building it up to where you don't have Cody against the other members of the Judgment Day until they all end up fighting each other. So you're not, you got to strengthen it out. And I think Cody likes working with Dom because it's a day off. Dom's pretty easy to work with. If you watch him and watch what he does, he's pretty easy for these guys to work with and not take a beating. You know what I'm saying? Like Dom's the one taking the beating. They're there and there, saving their. So it's October 7th is Fastlane in Indianapolis, the home of Pat McAfee.
Oh, he should be there.
And November 25th is Survivor Series in Chicago.
Oh, the return of CM Punk.
And then, of course, you got Crown Jewel on November 4th in Saudi Arabia, the return of Ronaldo.
See, look at all those big
look at
steps.
that.
And then let's not forget Royal Rumble is in Tampa, baby. Where we're going? Are we going? Are we making it official? I know.
We're going to St. Petersburg, actually.
What are you doing in St. Petersburg?
That's where the stadium is, St. Petersburg.
Oh man, it's even closer, right? I think it's a little bit closer.
It's like 20 minutes closer.
I'm down. I know. This is
Tampa. It's like Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, Davie type thing.
I am down to go to Royal Rumble. I already signed up for the tickets, so I will be. I mean, I know that we want to try to get media credentials, but I know it's kind of hard. But on the opposite end, we could just go and do a show or just be live over there or do it from the hotel or something. I'm down, man. I don't care if the Dolphins are in the playoffs because is Royal Rumble on Saturday or Sunday?
Working, that's why you don't have to worry about it. What's the date? The date is what?
I think it's Sunday.
It's the 7th? January what?
Let me look at my emails because I signed up for first come, first serve Royal Rumble. January 27th. Saturday, January 27th.
January 27th.
It's at Tropicana Field. So
if the Dolphins are playing that, oh wait, when's the Super Bowl?
Is it sometime
February 3rd, right?
Yes. So
that would be the week off leading into the Super Bowl.
What?
That'd be the Pro Bowl week.
Yes.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the Pro Bowl week, right? There's a week off before the final game in there. So I think it might be good. It might be good. And
then I don't have a problem if, let's say, for example, the Dolphins, there's a game, but they would be playing on Sunday. So I wouldn't mind going to Royal Rumble and then Sunday having to make whatever, arrangements to go to the Dolphins game on Sunday. Because I will tell you this, guys, I went last year to the Buffalo Bills game, the playoff game, and bro, was that fun. That, Sean, if you have never gone to an away game, I know this is our wrestling show, but if you've never gone to an away game, you got to come. I will invite you, sir. How about that? You need to come with us to an away game, bro. That is fun.
Sounds good. Especially if it's the AFC. Actually, hopefully they're at home. That'd be good. SoCal Derek says, I need Braun Breaker on the main roster.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am, too. Like, I don't know. I've kind of cooled off on Braun Breaker. I don't know.
They got him beefing with Corbin.
Corbin, yeah. I feel like you got to bring him in. Like, I don't know, man. Like he's got the Scott Stein. He needs to come up with Scott Steiner bravado, not his math, but Scott Steiner bravado, and the Rick Steiner moves. Like he's got to combine both Steiners, and be that person. Like that's what he needs to be. And kudos, by the way, to MJF using the Scott Steiner math in his promo.
I saw that. Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Well, remember what you said. AEW does everything that has already been done. So,
but it's just the same way in wrestling, buddy. Everything's been done. You change it a little bit, But that's why I say, like, when they do those moves, like the crazy moves on the top of it, it's like, what's next? You're doing off the top of the stadium because you're not going any higher. And if you're doing that for free on Wednesday night, what are you going to do during the pay-per-view?
But wait, you know what isn't something that they have done before? Conor McGregor versus The Rock. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, 6'4", 265 pounds, The Rock.
You're telling me
and in this corner,
that Biggie song?
5'10", 156. Was he from Was he from Ireland? What's Ireland?
Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. Conor, the notorious McGregor. And then they go eye to eye, and Conor's just at his belly button. I'm going to mess you up, Rock. I'm going to mess you up. Rock's like, hey. And you know what I would do if I was The Rock? Have the microphone right so Rock can be like, hey, yo, Conor, my eyes are up here.
Hold on a second.
That's what I would do.
How tall is John Cena?
He's like 6'2".
Oh, he was? Yeah, because when you saw him next to The Rock, he looked pretty small compared to The Rock.
Have you ever seen that video of Yao Ming, Shaq?
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
I forgot who all was. There's like a whole bunch. I think Big Show was a part of it, too.
Was it a video or a picture or photo?
I think it was a photo I saw. It might have been a still photo of a video. I don't know, but
I think it was a photo.
when they put it together, it was like, damn.
And Yao Ming was really tall.
Yeah.
Way bigger than Shaq.
I remember when I saw the Big Show, he was in this souped up like Bronco type ride, and he got out and he stepped down, and then a ladder dropped down the other side, and his wife, 4 foot tall, maybe. Like, she was so small. She came walking in, and I was like,
well,
awesome.
Fun fact, I actually met the Big Show. I used to work in a car rental company, and I used to work at the airport, and he actually rented a car. And he came and rented a car from us, and man, he was such a cool, down-to-earth guy. I met him. I met Hulk Hogan when I was working in that car rental company in the airport. So, yeah,
brother,
real cool guys.
All right, what you got, Frezko? For what do you want to pass along to everybody before we get out of here?
One last thing, I guess, of the indie shows. I don't know if you saw, but man, the Asian dude, he was fighting from New Japan Wrestling. They had that fight in the train. Did you guys see that? A fight in the train. Did you watch that, Sean?
Oh, yes, I did. Is Suzuki?
What's his name?
Minoru Suzuki.
Minoru Suzuki. Yes, he was fighting in the train with somebody else. It was so cool. Something that I had not seen before. If you guys haven't checked it out, it was on social media. It was really cool. He was fighting in a train against some other people. It must have been very uncomfortable because there was barely any space.
Yeah, got little seats in between there and everything else. You got to take care of each other. But and then also another thing is, if you haven't watched The Wrestlers yet on Netflix, it's about OVW, Al Snow, and everything going on there. It is a very, so I'll give you guys a behind the scenes look. It's not all the way, but you can see a little bit of what some of these, guys and gals go through as they try to live out their dreams.
It's on what?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's 7. I think they're like 52 minutes. It's like 7 hours, 7 episodes, and it travels like the whole summer with them. And like I said, Hollywood, Haley J is on it. Mr. Spectacular is on it. Al Snow, of course, was on it. James Storm did one that was a big controversy because in the episode, the guy, OVW is owned by a guy that has a radio show and another guy. They're two friends and they bought into the company. And the guy with the radio show was like, what's James Storm's going to bring us? 60 people? And he wants $600. So then everybody's like, oh, this guy just threw out James Storm's what he gets paid and this and that. But it was a Thursday night and not many wrestling shows are going on Thursday night. So James Storms had agreed with Al Snow that he would come in and help him out. And what's funny is one of the guy that he fought, Shira, is the last name, was in the Raw King India Impact. If you remember Jeff Jarrett, they made an impact, or at the time it was TNA, Raw King, I think TNA, and they were doing shows in India. He was their champion, and then it went out of business. Then he went to WWE NXT, he did a little bit there, and he got cut. Well, he's their big name there, and you watch him kind of go through everything. You watch Al Snow kind of put matches together. Gives you a real good behind-the-scene kind of, look at what pro wrestling and what you go through and the training and sometimes the BS that you got to go through on some of it. But usually the payoff is pretty damn good. But I thought the show, was pretty good, man.
Well, now that you mention it, I do also want to give a big shout out to WWE and its Kurt Angle documentary. I don't know if you haven't seen it, amazing, man. It's a 2-hour documentary, but very good. It gives you the backstory of everything that Kurt Angle did, and man, it gave me a retrospect of how that guy was so dedicated into his wrestling before he actually made his way over to the WWE. Very impressive.
They talk about the ECW thing?
Do they talk about the ECW thing on the documentary? They do talk a little bit about
incident. Did he talk about that?
Trying to remember. They do talk a little bit about the ECW, but not that much.
Okay, so he goes to ECW, and it's Raven against Sandman, and he's there, and I think at this point he's pretty religious guy. He's Olympic gold medalist. He's got all his hair at this point, and ECW, it's Sandman against Raven. And at this point in the angle, Sandman's family, I think it is maybe his ex-wife and his son have turned against him and is on Raven's team.
Okay.
So they pull out a cross and they put Sandman on the cross.
Wow.
And lean it on the ropes. And Kurt Angle, in the middle of that happening, was like, I am the F out of here. Never came back to ECW.
Wow,
Paul Heyman was trying to get him to come there. And when he saw that, he was like, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, one thing that they mentioned, and again, I saw all of it, but I don't remember.
This is ECW, not WWE.
Okay.
ECW. This is
No, I don't think they. I don't talk
ECW.
From what I remember, I don't think they talk about that.
I think he did do WWE, ECW, and became a champion, I believe.
Yes, they did talk about that. I do remember them talking about WWE.
No, this was Paul Heyman's ECW, like in a bingo hall, and they pull out this, then did that, and he's like, I'm out of here.
Like the first half of the documentary is all about his wrestling and him trying to get his Olympic gold medal.
With a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, man, that was intense, and it goes into detail as far as like who he was wrestling and what he had to do and everything, and it's just insane. And then they jump into the WWE side. There is a scene, and I don't mind sharing it with you guys. Remember the scene where he's throwing milk at all the out of the ring? So yeah, so that he mentions that was not milk at all, that was actually water. And what they did is they put like some type of food coloring or something on it to change the look of the water to look like milk. But towards the end of that particular segment, remember he grabs 2 bottles of milk and he starts chugging it, like throwing it out. Now that was milk. That was real milk. And milk dripped onto his shoes. And what ended up happening is that those shoes, I guess he forgot to go wash them or whatnot. And when he had to wrestle again and he went to go grab those 2 shoes, the 2 pair of shoes, it smelled horrendous. He had to throw them away because of how bad the smell was of the milk on them. And he mentions that on the documentary. So that was funny. That was pretty cool. So
those documentaries are good. I think sometimes though, like with Kurt Angle, I'd love to hear about his TNA time. Did they get into that at all? No. See, because at that point, I don't think he should have did what he did. He went over to TNA more for a paycheck. Felt like he needed to wrestle more, but I think he gave more damage to his neck.
They focus more on the WWE, but they do mention the TNA stuff because it's mentioning of how, the whole situation with how many pills he was taking. Like, man, the guy was taking over like 300, 400 pills. I don't know how that guy didn't die. Like,
it's amazing how many guys I've heard. Again, never witnessed any of it. So again, it's all hearsay. I mean, there's guys that used to take pills to wake up. Then they take pills to wrestle, then pills to calm down at night to go to sleep, and then they'd be drinking the whole time through too.
He on the documentary he mentioned, I think it was against Brock Lesnar, where I think Brock was the one who actually makes like a move, and then his head hits the turnbuckle, and that's where he messes up his neck again.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when he starts going ahead and again taking a whole bunch of pills. And then what's crazy is till this day, he does not take any type of medication pills. That means like no Tylenol, no Advil, none of that stuff, because he's afraid that he's gonna go back to his old habits. So what he does on the documentary, it actually shows that a lot of the therapy that he is doing to his neck is like he bought like something that he puts in the back and it stretches out your neck, and it kind of gives you like some type of therapy, some type of massage when he has really, really bad headaches and stuff like that. It's interesting. It's a very, very good documentary. I mean, I'm only scratching the surface with what he goes into detail. You should tune in and watch it.
We'll do. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms, Sean_Stanley11. Check out that Sports Talk with Sean Stanley on YouTube. Frankie Frezko, what else you
got? Frezko Music, Frezko. It's spelled different, but it's pronounced as Frezko. Frezko Music on all social media platforms: TikTok, IG, Facebook, also on Twitch.
And also don't forget all our daily shows, Big O Radio Show YouTube channel. Make sure you check them out. Watch hours of the show as well. We appreciate you on the way out. Please hit the like button. You can smash it if you want. Hit subscribe if you're new to the show. And if you are, we appreciate all of you for tuning in. No doubt. Is this Denny's year? I hope so, buddy. I hope so. I'm so happy that he's the heel now. So they're like, so why are they booing now? Because I beat all their favorite drivers. I love it. That's my new thing there. Chad, we thank you. EWD Jr. Appreciate you. Jack Sultan. Appreciate you. SoCal Derek, my man. Keep it up on the Twitter feed or on X as well. Josh, Nicholas Colmenares, I guess. We got my dad. I appreciate you as always. What else we got? See him dump. See him dump. I forgot about official DJ me Mo. One of my favorites. Always on with us. Karen Joseph. Jaime Zaria jumped in. I love that as always. Terry, John Padilla. Appreciate you guys all so much. And it means a lot. NorCal Dolphin as well. Appreciate you all for tuning in. And until next Tuesday, we're going to might be a little bit later because we are doing the casino from 3 to 6 because we got the Vegas trip Thursday. So we won't be, so we're doing the casino Tuesday. So maybe 8:30ish we'll be here.
I might stop by then.
Okay.
I might stop by.
All right. Until then, Tuesday, remember around 8:30ish. I almost said same time, same place, same place. I almost messed it up. So long from the Sunshine State.